my gosh, global warming is horrible, or is there something more to that global warming kind of, I guess, precedent or whatever? That's where I kind of like I love this guy because had I not known of that kind of question person, I
Hmm.
would have thought, yeah, no, go with everything that you hear. But
Mm.
as our parents even said, believe half of what you hear and none of what you see type stuff. Like, there is a twist to literally everything.
Well,
Right.
I think it's right to question, but not just question.
Right.
Like that's what I was saying
Right.
before when I said unless you're broadcasting on a platform or something to get people thinking, like there's if you're just there questioning yourself and just throwing it out there, but not trying to actually find a resolution or actually
Right.
trying to do some sort of actionable, there's no point. There's no
Right.
point. So
It's kind of
yeah,
just
but
becoming the. Hmm.
yeah. And another thing, you were saying don't would you believe half what you hear and none of what you see?
Hmm.
Is that what you said?
Yes. Yes. It
Well,
was.
it's true. You should believe half of what you hear and none of what you see. Because I tell you right now, have you seen these AI prompts? Have you heard of prompts?
Not the prompts, but I've heard of AI like engineering to where they can mess with.
Yeah, I can tell
Um,
you've been a family man for a while. You out the loop. I got you. I got you. I can't do the share feature right now, but
I can look it up. I can look it up. I can do it. Why
maybe
not?
you could. Maybe you could. Uh, yeah, maybe you could. Let me go ahead and see if I can figure this out for you though.
Okay, go on.
All right. I found most of these prompts on Instagram, but what you can type in is type in popular AI prompts.
30 of the best. Does that look good? Or
Maybe it says what's your favorite AI prompt?
Reddit?
Yeah, yeah, because they have a lot of them. So just click on the Reddit one. Maybe they'll have the actual video of some of the prompts. I don't know. Let's just go through and see real quick. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go on my actual
Instagram?
Instagram and see if I can find the prompt because I posted a few on my story just the other day, and bro, these prompts are crazy.
Hmm.
Have you seen the biblical ones?
Mm-mm.
We're doing this for God, so he can. All right, I got one right. I got one right here. Actually, let me go ahead and show this real quick. Well, it's a vertically integrated divine co-working space. Think of it as a C-suite with God as our upstairs neighbor. I mean, what's he gonna do? Scatter us? You think y'all doing too much? Listen, we're doing this for God, so he can, swing by, maybe catch a vibe or two with the boys on level 6,000. We're not overreaching. We're just holding divine space. A few moments later. What just happened? We did try to reach God. Now me try to even reach my own language. A judgment drop. My tongue betray me. Bumbo clock. I tried to say, pass the hammer, and instead I yelled, Ni si ting ya. I most definitely just started a war in Chinese. So you asked for a brick and they handed you what exactly? They looked me in the eye and whispered, Delulu is the Solulu. I don't know what that means.
Hmm.
I think I met a demon. How are you all communicating now? We tried to gentrify heaven, and God hit shuffle, and now the entire planet needs subtitles, and even Balaam's donkey would be confused. Actions have consequences, and our God is just. Make sure to like and follow for more Bible Street interviews, and if you've ever wanted to make videos like this yourself, join the Flick waitlist. Link in bio. It's the vision for this tower. Well, it's a vertically integrated. So I'm not sure if you understood that, but none of those were real people.
Right.
It's all AI.
Got it. I think
That's an
you sent me something similar.
yeah. So those are AI prompts. None of what you saw are real people. Some it's just depiction. So like some of it might have actual real people movement. Some none at all. It's just completely all AI built. It's It's all computerized, but it's not computer. It's not CGI.
Mm-hmm.
It's. I mean, it's a mix of it, but it's AI. So you just type in a prompt.
Right.
It'd be very descriptive, and it uses the AI, the CGI, um, and combines it and creates this. So although these people look real and all that, they're not. And a lot of people are so freaked out, like they don't understand. But it's all of it was computer generated using artificial intelligence. Because humans didn't
It's
like do all the work. Like it's crazy, bro. This so
right.
that's a prompt. So
Got it.
if you were to show this to someone, they'd be like, "Yo, where's it? Where's this? What country is this happening?" Like people think it's real. Like you can't believe what you see anymore, bro. You can't even believe what you see. You can't believe what you see. That's crazy. Can you
Like
imagine what stuff has been in the news lately that might not even have been real?
real. Yeah.
Because, I mean, they're now producing commercials. I don't know if you saw the Super Bowl or was it the finals? Was it the finals or Super Bowl? I think. No, it was the finals. It was the NBA finals. One of the NBA playoffs. Yeah, one of the games. They actually broadcasted their first all AI commercial. The
Mm-hmm.
whole thing was AI. Like it didn't cost much money to make, because it was free. They used the Google platform and something else. I think it was Kilm or something. I forgot the other thing they used, but used Google and something else to create this prompt and generated it for free. Um, and then they paid for the ad spot, and that part cost millions, whatever. But they paid for the ad spot and put the commercial on there.
Mm.
They didn't need actors. They didn't need anything. They just paid for the ad spot and put the free commercial on there. Bro, it's crazy what AI can do. It's crazy what technology can do. And you just like if you weren't familiar with AI prompts and all that and you were watching that commercial, you're literally sitting there thinking, "Wow, how did they do all that? Who's a stunt double for this? Who's the actor for it?" And I mean, come to find out none of those people were people. That's crazy. Can you imagine a 60-year-old, you know, person sitting on the couch watching that and someone breaks it to them that none of what they saw were humans? Like none of what they saw was real. And like, oh, they used the computer graphics with the stunt doubles and the green screens, and then the person's like, nah, it's none of those people were real. None of those people existed. Some of their features, face, maybe eyes, it exists, but none of those
Mm-hmm.
people were real. That's
Right.
blowing. That's he's having a heart attack. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where we are. That's where we are in this world now. Nothing's
Right.
real. What is
G
real?
20 G20 kind of played with that idea a little bit. I think it's on Amazon. Um, and it has what's her face in there, black lady, I forget her name, but she has a daughter who's like really into technology and stuff like that, and they kind of just show the maybe the levels to it, what a maybe a terrorist group would do, because they only need to record certain things and then they could kind of like warp, they can replace you really if they have just a little bit of like your data, how you say a certain word and things like that. But it's on Prime. It's a movie out. Um, I can't remember her name. But she's a well-known black actor. I'm so upset, but no, I feel you. I feel you, and I mean, I think just but the okay. So I here's another one. So Ice Cube, he comes out. He's starting to. I think he was heavy during what's it called it during politics season during the election time.
Ice
And
Cube?
Ice Cube, Ice Cube,
For
freaking
what?
Ice Cube. He was
Nah,
just
for
getting a
what?
lot of he was getting a lot of airtime just because he was like, I don't know who I'm going to support, but I might support Trump more than I do Biden because when I went to Biden, I never got a whole lot of like he didn't have time for me. So I was like, so why Ice Cube? Why now? What is relevant about Ice Cube to where his testimonial, so to speak, would matter? And I was like, there's not really much outside of I think the big three, but his testimonial mattered because it was like, well, I want you guys to start to focus on the right a little bit more than the left. And it was right around the same time that I think Kanye was like, yeah, well, I'm going to vote for Trump because you can't tell me what to do, kind of thing. So it was Ice Cube, it was Kanye, it was like this almost like full force like attack on, nah, you're not going to tell me who to vote for and why I should vote because you don't you can't control my vote type stuff. And I'm like, that's a conspiracy in the sense that it's like that is a full fledged attack on kind of like everything. It forces you to think differently about than how you would normally think, kind of thing. Like that was a conspiracy. Like that was a concerted attack kind of thing. That's what I would like to say about that. Like that was it was a timely like there was something to that other than yeah, Ice Cube just saying, "Yeah, well, I'll talk to whoever wants to talk to me." Like no. It wasn't just Ice Cube saying that. There was a reason that was more sinister or there was a reason beyond simply Ice Cube just coming up out of the blue right now. And that's the kind of like conspiracy theories that I guess I would like hold to. Like, yeah, no, that was product placement. That was there was a reason for that. That was beyond Ice Cube simply giving his point of view.
But I don't know. I guess because I don't see Ice Cube as someone that can sway anything. That's why to me it's kind of like I don't know. I'm not trying to say Ice Cube is anything's wrong with him. I like Ice Cube. What I'm saying is like I just don't see how he would. I don't see his influence. Like if it was Snoop
So
Dogg, if it was
right,
Snoop Dogg, I could understand.
right,
Like Snoop Dogg just has to walk into a room and kind of say snibbly dibbly or some, something weird or whatever,
right, right.
and then point to a side, and it'll sway a lot of people. Not majority or anything like that. But I'm saying it'll influence certain things, but I don't feel like Ice Cube has any type of influence on things. Kanye does for sure,
Right
but
now,
Ice
but
Cube,
I'm thinking of the people that they would have targeted in those like little
who would the
YouTube shorts,
yeah who would
and
the target be for Ice Cube?
it would be us, our age, because
Really?
we're right in the middle of okay, we weren't around when NWA was big, obviously, but
Weren't
we
we
heard
though?
of them. No,
No, we weren't. I don't know. I don't know,
we
man.
would have we would have at least heard of them.
1992.
And we would have been like, "Oh, NWA and, Fight the Power and things like
Fight
that."
the power.
And now you got one of the remnants of Fight the Power saying, well, maybe we don't have to fight anymore. Maybe we just need a conversation, and the conversation is gonna really do us just like the types of videos that were coming out that were related to Ice Cube was literally just that. It was um, So I think in one they kind of twisted Biden's words or something like that to the effect of, "Yo, you not black? Vote for me." Like, you'll vote for me because you're black, kind of thing. And so it was like this push. Like, I think Charlemagne the guy was like, "No, you can't say that, bro. Like, um, just because I'm black doesn't mean I'm gonna vote for you. Just because you're Democratic. Nah, I want to hear about your." But it was like this wave of just because, and so it was literally targeting like the audience that maybe Ice Cube would normally. And I was like, yo, where is this coming from? Like, since when do we care what, I think even Dave Chappelle even said it, what Ja Rule thinks about politics? But we
Mm.
did, because of like what they were doing with it. It was a spin. It was a conspiracy. It was a conspiracy to win over votes that would otherwise kind of like push you to, wait a minute, you ain't got to vote Democratic because you're black. Forget that. Just vote because you're voting. Your vote is your vote. By the way, don't let it be just because you're black. Like, don't vote Democrat. Vote the way you want to vote, which is not Democrat, right?
Oh
Like,
my god, you
that's.
stupid. Yeah, I see. I can't get behind stuff like that, man. Mm-mm.
But that was the general like thing, and then my last one, in terms of conspiracy theories, was just that Hawaii thing. Okay, so
Which Hawaii thing?
oh yeah, right. The
Because there's
burning,
a lot going on over there.
right. There is the burning, the sudden fires, and kind of I think The Rock was literally asked a specific, like, dead on, "Hey, what's going on over there?" by Joe Rogan, of all people. "Hey man, what's going on? What's Well, you can't let people like try to mess with you, and I can't believe I was accused of burning down my own people or whatever, not supporting. But you just gotta that. Then Oprah. No, Oprah. I love Oprah. So it was like, all right, no,
It's a lot of
don't.
conspiracies, man.
And that's why I'm kind of going through it. That's why I brought up those specific ones too, because it was like, okay, the people that you think it is, or the people that you're thinking it could be, or maybe you didn't even think of it. Here, let me push it in front of your face, because that's what we need to do anyway.
I think these conspiracies. I like the fun conspiracies. So, with that said, the whole Oprah thing, that's a fun one for me.
Hmm.
No one would expect little old Oprah to be the big bad wolf. Did she do it? Did she somehow create this type of thing to get the deal going, to have all this yard burned so she can come in and swoop in and be the savior of these people and take the land for herself? Is she powerful enough to do that? She certainly is, but is she
Would she?
is would she do that? You know,
Right, right.
the fact that she had hired tons of, from what they've said, fire trucks, whatever, to wet the lawn prior to the fires. Like, whoa, how did you know? How did you? It's time to water the plants. How did you know it was time to water the plant? Whoa, how'd you do that? Like, that's crazy to me, man. It there's some shady dealings going. I don't want to think Oprah's bad, but I'm thinking more so along the lines of she allowed it to happen. Not
Right.
necessarily she planned it, but it's just like, hey, I want to buy that land by any means necessary. I don't mean anything negative, but do what you have to do for me to purchase the land from you because I would love to purchase the land, but I'm not going over this amount. You know what I'm saying? Like probably said something like that. And then the people being greedy, they took it to the next level. Oprah probably wasn't asking for it, you know, but that's what needed to be done, and they fed into it. A little bit of evil in her voice. They fed into the evil, decided to create it into or bad in her voice. Fed into a little bit of bad, turned it into the evil, and they wanted that money, so they decided to kill people. Basically, lit those groves on fire, half the mountain burning all the way down to the ocean. That's crazy, bro. But that's what happened. I mean, there was documented. There's video showing you people the same exact time setting off little fires in other parts of the area, like coinciding with that fire. Basically, they're committing arson and having it being covered up by the actual fire because it was an actual fire. It's just they decided to, and people have video footage. Like it's more. It's not like one video here, two videos here. It's like people have conclusive footage of this happening, and no one's gotten in trouble. It's like, or no one that mattered got in trouble, And it's like, how did that happen? Why did that happen? Well, that's what I think happened. I think Oprah was sitting in the thing going, I want to buy that land, and they won't let me. Figure out a way for me to get that land. And here was a perfect opportunity.
Perfect story.
They still didn't. I still don't think they gave her the land, but I mean, that was the perfect opportunity for them to act, to create the opportunity for them to possibly get the land, which didn't happen. But that's what I think happened. I don't think she planned the fires and all that, but I think that's what she did. She said something. Her words hold a lot of weight, and they're just like, "Yo, if we help this fire grow and spread, the land will be worth less, and then they'll be more willing to sell it to Oprah. And when we sell it to Oprah, then we can get that money, and they can still live. They get some of the profit too." I think that's what kind of happened with that. But I mean, there's tons of other conspiracies, of fun conspiracies. I mean, look at the whole Epstein stuff that's going on. Apparently, Trump was involved, but then the files won't come out because it's infringing on certain privacies and rights and da 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 da. Come to find out this year, nah, buddy. The reason why it's not being brought out is because Trump's involved. Trump was literally on the island. Trump, like these other famous people are in there. You know what? Maybe I'll pardon Diddy. Because Diddy has information too. Maybe I'll pardon Diddy so he doesn't come back to bite me. It's crazy, bro. A lot of conspiracies going on right there. A lot of people conspiring right there. It's a lot of craziness. It's a lot of craziness.
Right.
Those are the conspiracies I like to deal with. Those are the fun ones, the ones where you use a whole bunch of plot twists you didn't even expect. I mean, hell, Justin Bieber's involved. What the hell? How Justin Bieber get involved in all this? That's crazy, bro. Especially when he's got the whole muscle condition going on, virus, whatever. Oh man, it's too much going on.
The other thing, I guess for me is more the it's fun, but it's also serious. It's the kind of like headhunting of P Diddy, R Kelly, Michael Jackson, Prince. It seems like every major black kind of popular icon is being headhunted. Like, well, let's see if you're making over whatever $500 million, we got to go after you because you have too much money and we need to make sure. Like, it's just this idea that like, dang, bro, like you can't do well as a black person, a black male at that. Not even because I don't even know about females at this point outside of Beyonce. That's like up there and doing her thing other than Oprah. They've constantly attacked. And it's just to me that kind of conspiracy kind of gets to me because it's like, all right, so wait a minute, what's the point? What's the end goal? What if they did all this evil stuff or whatever? What is that supposed to do to maybe little old me that wants to be in show business, or not that I want to.
This guy.
Or wants to have, success that's kind of out of control or whatever. What is that? I think that kind of it kills your drive. So I will scapegoat this person just so that I know that you're not going to want to kind of like move. And that for me is a kind of like not a conspiracy even. That's the end goal. Like, all right, make sure that this person doesn't want to drive towards that thing, because then that for me is like, if they don't like the people that are making these wherever crazy amounts, then maybe they just want to stay, low level.
Wait,
Don't
who's
make too
doing
much money.
this?
Well, that I don't know.
So
But
you're saying there's a person at the top that's causing these other people to act a certain way to try and keep us from moving up?
no. There's a
Mm.
person at the top
Yeah.
that's pointing out faults
Okay, okay,
in
okay, okay.
other people
Yeah.
that would deter anyone trying to get to that place.
So
To say
the guy at the top is deterring the people because he's pointing out the
deterring.
flaws. So you wouldn't want, so you as a person that might be wanting to come up wouldn't want to come up because you don't want that person at the top to point out your flaws type of thing.
Yes, yes. I would be less inclined to want to go after a certain amount of
Nah, bro.
notoriety, certain amount of money, because well, dang, somebody gonna find something on me, and I know I'm not the perfect person. So
You
it's
know
like,
what?
well, somebody at the top. Go ahead.
No, no, no. I was gonna say, you know what? You're right about that. Like, I mean, I could see that happen to a lot of different people, but I think that's where the different types of mindsets come into place. Like, for me, I could see that affecting me slightly because I thought about that for a while. And here's a weird thing. I'll say this. What I'll say, because I've come to realize this not recently, but recently I've finally been able to uh, voice it out loud, or more so
Mm-hmm.
accept what I've chosen. And
Right,
it's
right.
this. Growing up, I don't know, everyone's called me funny person, like a funny guy, humorous guy, and I kind of accepted it. But I was just being myself. I wasn't trying to be funny. I was trying to be a comedian. It just came natural, and I like that. I like that. And I never thought of it as being a job or something that I could do in the future. It was just me, and I like it. I like my own personality. It's cool. So it wasn't until like college I decided to or not decided to, but thought maybe I could make a career out of me just being myself
Mm-hmm.
and not have it relate to all of the stuff I was good at, because I've been good at a lot of different things, but like I was gonna go to school for engineering, and it just didn't sit right with me. So I don't know what it was, but it just didn't sit right. If something felt like I need to go into the arts, but I still love my sciences, so I decided to do liberal arts and sciences, and there's a lot more paths there. It's more abstract. You There's a lot more things you can see and connect to other different fields. And so I wanted to see if I can explore that and see where it would lead me. And it led me too many places. It was too broad. That it's too broad. But with my mentality and the whole being funny and the acting thing and all that, I was just like, I want to set a good example. I want to use it for good.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought about all the people I saw becoming famous, or people that wanted to become famous, and the things they were doing. They're trying to do like attention grabbers, try to grab the spotlight. Sometimes they'll do things that are questionable, stuff like that. And I immediately thought, well, what do their families think about that? Like, what do
Mm-hmm.
their friends, what do their close loved ones think about that? And I kind of made like not necessarily a pact, but I kind of just thought to myself, uh, I don't want that. I don't want that to fall back on my family
Mm-hmm.
or fall back on me. I don't want to look bad in front of my family. I don't want to look bad in that sense. Like, I don't really care what other people think, but it's kind of like what my family would think or my close
Yeah.
friends. Like, that's kind of how I felt. And
Right.
so I never really showcased or did things that I thought would be frowned upon or like seen as negative. And there's a lot of opportunities I had. Like I made a lot of jokes, a lot of stuff I posted on like Instagram or like back in the day, like a little bit on YouTube or even on Facebook, like little videos, and I just delete them later on. But they would get like hundreds of views or sometimes thousands, and I'm just like, I don't even know these people. Like, should I put my profile on private? Like, I started thinking stuff like that, or I'd make it so that not all my family members could see this video, or
Right.
And I started realizing, man, I really kind of wish I didn't think this way. I wish I could just be just open, because I don't care what the world thinks about me, but why do I care so much about what my family thinks? It was just a weird thing. Even to this day, I can't really understand it. But basically, in the long run, what I thought was, what I'll do is I'll wait till at least my nieces and nephews are of age, my cousins are of age, like they're going to college, and then I'll finally just be able to just be myself around everyone. Because I remember growing up, I couldn't even speak patois in around certain family members, like little cousins, because my mom would be like, Courtney, oh, why you talking? No. Like she starts, speaking to me, saying, don't speak around the kids like that. You don't want them to get the accent and all that. They're gonna have a harder time in life. Old school mentality. So I never spoke it. But now, guess what time it is, bro? Everyone's graduated. I have no more little cousins. Everyone's in college or graduated. I have no more nieces and nephews that are in high school. Everyone's in college or graduated. So now is the time for me to go, like, to what you were saying is, you wouldn't want people to find something wrong and point at you and now I'm in that exact that crossroads. Like, everyone's grown up. I have nothing to be afraid of or worry about, or to give the wrong impression, or to affect them negatively. There's no young ones. There's no younglings. They're all with me now. They're up here. They're with me, or even above. They've left the coop. So from this mindset, or from the past mindset, I never cared about what other people thought. And then with the mindset I have now, there's nothing for me to fear, because I don't even fear what the family members think anymore. The kids are grown. I have no bad example to set. Right. So when I'm thinking it from your point of view and matching it with mine, hey, you back in high school, you did this, and this. Yes, sir. But that's a negative thing. Yeah. I don't care. So different mindsets. For me, I would have cared in the past, because maybe you'd point that out, and then the people that care about get wind of it, and maybe they frown upon it or something. If Joe Blow frowned upon it, I'd be like this: do I know you? Right. Have a good day. Right. So it didn't matter to me before, and now especially it doesn't matter, because, like I said, everyone's of age. Got it. I'm smoking weed in the back. Oh, don't do that. Why not? Nephews of age, nieces of age, cousins of age, everyone's of age. Right. You don't want to do it, don't do it. I'm not setting that example. You're an adult. Right. So, in a sense, I'm free to do exactly what you think other people wouldn't do, because of the person at the top. The person at the top has no strings on me. Pinocchio. No strings on me. Right. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just a different mentality. So it doesn't affect me. It might affect me in the sense of I have to worry about it, in the sense of I have to worry about my image type of thing, and da-da-da. But if that's what I'm going for, that's my true dream, that's my passion, why be afraid of myself? If you want to clean up your act, clean up your act. If they find out about the past, they find out about the past. What are you going to do about the past? Hire a proper PR person so they can figure it out from now. So when you get to that point, you already know what to say. I don't know, but don't stop your dream because of some foolishness like that. Right. Well, what if God fared? What if God fared? Jesus fared. Well, the people would think about him. Oh, he's the son of God. Man, they might hate me. Nah, I'm not gonna walk on water today. Let me not turn this bottle of water to wine. Let me not do that. No, he did it. He knew exactly what was going to happen, and he still did it anyway. So why would I stop? I don't even have. I don't. I'm not even risking my life. Like I'm this man out here risking his life. I'm not risking my life. Like what? My livelihood? Like my I don't know. We good out here, bruh. He sacrificed so I could sacrifice. Let's get it. He sacrificed so I wouldn't even have to sacrifice. Let's get it. Look at that, bro. That's crazy. That's even crazier. So why am I
Cheers.
worried? Why am I worried, bruh?
No,
Let me get some electrolytes, man.
Honestly, I believe that it's unfortunately what you fear the most somebody could use against you, whatever that is. And it seems like, and I was even like writing down some thoughts or whatever that I was having. It's like even some of the things that I want to do is literally born out of fear. Like, all right, I got to get a job. For what? What do you need a job for? Well, I don't want to be out on the road. I don't want to be homeless. I don't want to be.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a fear. That's not.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get a job because I want to be successful. No, it's not because you want to. It's you're fearing the alternative,
Consequence.
whatever
Yep.
that is. And I was talking about it with my wife. Um, these people who's tenured, 10 years, 5 years, 20 years for what? What are we doing at these jobs? And I was like, that's low key slave mentality where it's like, do I owe you something? Am I paying off some debt? Am I like, what do I owe this specific company that, oh yeah, I need to be there 30 years? Because if I'm there 30 years, then like
I'll
what
get two
debt are you
thousand
paying
dollars.
off?
Yeah.
I think it was like a video that oversimplification, but it makes the point that like, hey, I'm gonna pay you $20 an hour if you just sit right here in this square in this circle so that you could. But what am I doing? You're just sitting there in
You're
that
just sitting
square.
there. Yeah.
I just need you to sit, and it's like all these things, and it's like, why are you fearing? What do you have to fear? What is it that you're fearing right now? And I feel like that's what, in terms of Michael Jordan being successful, in terms of Prince being successful, Michael Jackson. You said it in our previous episode, like, dude, if you know certain things, whatever, and you want, no, I don't want kids to feel like they have to go through what I went through. I want to pay. I want to pay for what's it called? Well, no, I don't want you to pay for that, says the man. And now you're gonna die for it. And it's to me that's the sadder thing. Like, okay, if you live free, somebody's out to no, let's shackle this guy because it's better that he's shackled than living completely fearless, completely like he's living his life. No, screw that. Get yourself a job so that you can afford this house, so that you can pay tax.
No, man, no. I'm gonna get an RV. I'm gonna go out on the road. I'm gonna go to little stops here and there, pay $15 maybe, 30 at a little park, get some water, and then drive off again into the distance in my mobile home. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna live off the land, grow some potatoes, some squash. No, you gotta get a corporate job. You gotta pay those bills.
That part.
Then get married, have kids, then pay the alimony for that divorce. All right, you got to pay the child support.
And nah, that is to me that's more, I guess, the conspiracy of like fitting in, literally fitting in, and making sure that you're doing what you have to do. Um, and it's sad, but it's a reality. Like, all right, well, what's your alternative? What are you going to be homeless and be ostracized out of a society that needs you to make a certain amount of money? Or I think we talked about it offline where it's like 100,000. That's the seat at the table. You're not even talking yet.
You're not even talking.
Like you're just.
It's like you paid money to get to the entrance of the club. You got in the club. You can still get kicked out, by the way. Like
Yeah.
you just got your foot in. You know, don't harass the ladies over there. Don't do that. You know. Oh, you're asking the DJ to play a song? Get the hell out of here.
Who
Who is
is
this
this
guy?
guy?
Who is this guy? Like you're not. You're nobody yet. You're not in the VIP section, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah, yeah, man,
Yeah.
and just it's sad, but it's like no, seriously, you want to get the slave mentality out, you got to leave. You got to get the hell up out of there because yeah, you can leave a place, but if you still have that mentality, then
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah, that's more I guess what I'm I guess scared of when it comes to like, damn, you went after Dave Chappelle, you went after. I mean, of all the people, granted, I don't listen to Oprah Winfrey. I don't buy any of her books. I don't. But I'm like, dog, she made roots. She was struggling. She kind of went through all the things that she had to go through so that she can even have a talk show. Then she
Yeah.
tried to come up with books and things that would help other people that are specifically her color. And now she's like a byword. Oprah. She's a self help guru. She it's her and Dr.
A
Phil.
network
I'm like,
TV network owner, whole Oxygen, all that.
and people would rather tear her down. And a lot of it is coming from us.
Cause she's
Well,
one of the most powerful human, bro. Like not woman, human. She's rich. She's more rich than. She's one of the
yeah.
richest people in the world.
And she did that from literally humble beginnings type stuff. But no,
So
don't go after Oprah.
so what if you know how these blues players how they got their start
Mm.
selling their soul to the devil.
Robert Johnson. I'm glad you knew about that.
Hey man.
Devil went down to Georgia.
So I'm just trying to say, I mean, that's where I'm living now. So I'm just saying, I see things. Now, what if all of what Oprah's done came from the devil? What if that's how she got her start? What if she sold her soul to the devil? I mean, I feel like Beyonce did for sure. Like, that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like these are types
Mm,
of things that are possible.
mm, mm.
Now, when we say sold your soul to the devil, it doesn't have to necessarily be, you know, an actual devil, you know, could be, you know, figuratively speaking, but
Right,
regardless, it doesn't have to be the whole supernatural mystifying thing, but
right, right.
something bad went down for her to get so much good is what I'm saying.
Mm,
You
right.
do you think maybe she did sell her soul? In my mind, forget all the figurative stuff. I think she sold her soul to the devil. One day she was like, here.
I'm done. Right. To the point where like you stop caring so much that you go the other side.
Yeah.
You sell out. I don't know, man. Her story seems so unique. Maybe there was a point, but there was a lead up that could be followed. Like, hey, look, man, like if you want to get into a certain thing, don't stop. Don't look at what other people are saying about you. Don't care about that. But then there was probably a moment where she's like, all right, I'm done. I did what I had to do. I don't care anymore. I'm going.
Superman?
Yeah, and like no, because I think at the end of the day, too, they do say fame, is not meant for humans, kind of thing. Like humans aren't supposed to be famous in the sense that like it'll take you to places that you
Highs
don't
and lows?
necessarily. No, more so that you become. It's almost like what do they call it? Id, super id, and ego, and like your ego isn't who you are. It's just what other people think about you. Who you are is
Mm-hmm.
who you are, and so you become that. what other people think about you instead of who you are. So that's what fame does in that sense, where it's like you become
Okay,
that person
I
instead
hear you.
of.
I'm a
So
I'm a rebuttal that, but keep going, keep going.
so I think for her, fame might, and that's what I think the selling the soul is. Fame might have cost her more than she was willing to sacrifice, kind of
Mm,
thing, in that
mm-hmm.
sense. So I don't think it was all bad, but I think there was a point where she said, "You know what? I am Oprah. You get a car. You get a car." Like I don't think that's
And
that's
she
not
did.
normal.
Look under your chairs. What was that? You you get. I got a car. You get a car. What? Everyone, look under their chairs. What? What? You get a car. You get a car. You get a car. Oh my God! Everyone got a car. And it was such a
I
great
can't,
thing. And then all of a sudden,
bro.
everyone's suing you because they don't want to have to pay the taxes on the said car.
Bro, I can't imagine being because that was what in the 80s. In the 80s,
Dude, no, it was in the 90s. What are you talking about?
that was in the 90s.
We were alive when
I
that happened,
can't
bro. We
I can't imagine being in the crowd at that moment. Just the frenzy. Like I'm getting a car. Like
whoa!
it's
All I did
like,
was look under my chair. You get a car. You get a car. You get.
dude,
I
but
thought that was
yeah,
I
that
thought that was amazing. And then when I was explained, or I had to figure out, um, what they meant by that. Like you got to pay taxes on that. Yeah, you've been
mhm.
gifted a car, so you got to pay whatever the tax is on that item. And what is it? Sales tax, right?
Mhm.
I don't think it's income tax. I think you have to pay sales tax. So sales tax would just be what 6% or 10% depending on your state, whatever. Yeah, I think it was just sales. If it was income
Retail
tax,
value.
that might be. If it's income tax, it's gonna be worse than that. But if it's just the sales tax, because if you count it as income, um, that's gonna be like what 20 or something like that percent of whatever your at least of your whatever the gift was, whatever
Right.
the value of the car was.
The
And then
car.
if it's a
Yeah.
gift
Right.
tax, it's a different tax. Um, but I don't think it was a gift tax. I think all they did have to do was pay, or maybe it was a gift tax. That's probably what it was, which I think is
Because
the
I know
same
that
as a regular tax on a product, sale product.
whenever you sign over a car to somebody,
Mm-hmm.
the person who's buying that car or accepting that car needs to pay. So they have to put how much is this worth? How much did you
Yeah,
sell it to them for?
yeah,
And unfortunately, whatever that is, you have to
yep, exactly. So I think it is
pay.
I think it would be the gift tax then. Kind of like with these sweepstakes. When you win a sweepstakes,
Yeah,
um, like that
you have to set aside.
RS68 car. Yeah, man. Like when you have to pay it's a $200,000 car. You're paying a lot of money on that taxes. So when you see these cars being given away with a 60 grand, just know that all that money is going to pay for the taxes for that car. But yeah, yeah. But yeah. To refute what you were saying though, I mean, not. I mean, I don't think everyone has to pay such a price. And if they do pay a price, uh, it's probably something they already paid with. Like they already paid for it. They paid for it and got it, rather than pay as you go, which is what you were saying with like the whole Oprah Winfrey thing. She probably paid as you go. Okay, you take my heart. Okay, here's my soul. Okay, here's my pride. Here's my dignity. Just taking it
Mm-hmm.
piece by piece as she's getting to the top. Well,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the two words to refute all that: Keanu Reeves. That man right there, baby Jesus is what I like to call him. Adolescent Jesus, whatever you want to call him. That's what I like to call him. He's a great guy.
Mm-hmm.
What I meant by he probably had to pay before he got to where he got is because his family just died off, bro. Like his sister with the cancer. I think it was his mother or his father, or something like that. Like all his relatives were just passing away around him. He lives a
Right.
humble life. He still takes a subway. You know, he has all that money, but you know, he gives most of it away. Literally, he gives most of it away. Like, I don't mean like, oh, I'm giving 60%. He gives like 80% of his money. Like, he gives away his money. He puts all his money into GoFundMe's, into nonprofit organizations, and then he usually uses most of his money to back his films. Like, he'll pay to get his films made or help to get them made, or he'll help pay the actors. Like, I remember who it was, but there's some actors on one of the sets, and he decided to, like, sorry, I just got a message. He decided to give all of his money to these actors so they could eat. Like, I don't know if it was the background cast or something like that, but he was giving his money away to these people that he works with, and he does this quite often. Um, he gave money to, I believe it was it Lance Reddick? I think it was Lance Reddick. Yeah, I think he gave it to him. He passed away. I think it was last year or 2 years ago. Lance Reddick was one of the. I wouldn't say he's my favorite actor, but he's one of my favorite um thespians. He's one of my favorite entertainment people. He humorous dude. If you ever watch um College Humor, uh back in the day, like in 2009, 10, like those that back in the day, basically when he did College Humor was actually just popping off, when people were just using YouTube a lot, and stuff like that. He Don Cheadle was on there too. Don Cheadle did like this Captain Planet thing. Well, Lance Reddick did this one scene where he was like a toy guy. Like, it's like Toys R Us, but it's called Toys R Me. Funniest thing I've ever seen. I actually took that monologue and I used to use it on some of my auditions or my acting filming things. And I still remember some of it to this day, but it was funny as hell. Great guy, great guy. Anyway, he passed away recently, and I believe Keanu actually helped pay for his funeral.
Wow. Yeah.
And like, he didn't have to do any of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the kind of guy that's how who he is. And so, like, as big as he is, he stays humble. He does all these kind things, doesn't expect anything in return. He's well respected, and he's a respectable person. Like, he respects others tremendously. Like, I remember one thing that was pointed out to me, because I didn't notice this at first. I thought he was just being awkward, but after seeing it over and over, I realized, and then it was like shown to me, when he's taking a picture with a woman, he doesn't put his hand around them, or like this or like that, or none of that. If his hand goes behind them, his hand is closed, like it's a fist.
Right.
Or he's like this, like open handed, like pushing out, like the person on here, like
Right.
he doesn't embrace or hold or anything like that. It's crazy, bro. Very respectable. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not touching nobody.
Using his
He's not using
notoriety.
anything. Yeah, nothing,
Yeah.
bro. He's like, I'm
Right.
just a man.
Right. But I guess more to the what I was trying to say is your ego can take over your in that sense. Humans are
Correct.
made for fame. Like, if you allow it, and it's
Mm-hmm.
not hard to allow it,
Mm-hmm.
then your fame could kind of drag you down, and now
Correct.
you're
And
selling yourself.
it's taking pieces of you, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's how you
Yeah.
pay for it. You paid for it with your ego, like your humbleness it's gone now. You're not humble no more. I'm the talk of the town, son. Who's you, right?
Right. Right.
And that's how you paid for it. And everything else kind of grew in your life. Everything got good, but your personality, the way you act, it started going away. So that's what I was saying. I think that's how Keanu paid for it. He paid for it with his
Yeah.
family,
Prior. Right.
like his people dying around him and all that. Like, that was his payment. Like, he didn't want to lose. He never lost himself, but he lost others, and that's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. That's sad because
Yeah.
you part of, and that's one thing I had to swallow because I heard a message on it talking about just the idea of the Western civilization versus back then. Our civilization now versus like back then. So it's like, all right, Nate, give me three ways to describe yourself. Funny, charming. Back then, sister, mother, daughter. Like end of story. Like the way that I think of myself is in relation to someone else. Not so caught up on who I am, but it's what family I'm a part of, what tribe, what community, what am I doing for others, literally. Whereas today it's like, yeah, but it's just like if that's
Yeah, yeah.
but if others like in that sense, if he were to lose all of that, what
Mm-hmm.
else does he have? So back then it would have been like, well, I'm nobody. I'm my family's gone. What's my purpose? And so back then it would have been, but today it's like, well, I can give back, and that I remember a certain part of my family member who used to do this thing, so I'm reacting in this certain way. So, I mean, much respect to the guy. I didn't know he lost that much family. So,
Damn, yeah, man.
and
You
that,
gotta look him up, bro. He's very interesting. I don't even think he's that great of an actor, but he's a freaking amazing person.
that's his knock. A lot of people are like, Keanu Reeves
Bro,
is like the most.
he's just himself. Like he's just himself. Like you thought he
So,
was Neo. You thought he was Neo. No, he was being Keanu. He was like I think he was a better actor as a kid than he is as an adult. Like in John Wick, he's just like, I'm Neo with a gun. Like I'm like, come on, bro, what are you doing? Like it
yeah.
Keanu, I love Keanu, but I love him because he's just a great person. Not because he's a great actor. Nah. He's gotten better. But when he was a kid, when I used to watch his other stuff, like Bill and Ted's Great Adventures, whatever.
Right. That's a
Bill and
kid.
Ted's they
That's
were
him.
pretty funny. It was interesting to me. Um,
Mm.
but like
He
I
was a
don't really
he
remember
was a kid.
Bill and Ted. You remember?
Yeah,
You didn't watch that as a kid?
I didn't. I saw it, but I didn't think he was a kid. Like, I
What
guess
do you
in the
mean?
sense of
How old do you think he was?
I don't know, like 20 something.
All right, maybe he looked like a kid to me though. But yeah, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures, all of that. It was cool. It was
Right.
interesting. Acting was all right, right? But he grew up, and every character is Neo. Like every character is Neo. It's, I'm convinced it's just Keanu, just being Keanu. Like when he's in public on the subway, he looks like he's Neo again. Like he's just I think that's just Keanu, bro.
Right.
Like maybe he's just that advanced. Maybe he does. Maybe the Matrix is his actual life. He's like, oh, I'm being Neo today, but I'm already Neo right now. Is that how he read his like? You know what I mean? Like he went on set like, let's do this, and like he's just turning his head, and that thing he does. He's like, "Ah, yeah, let's go. All right, and action. Maybe I shouldn't do it this way. Did you guys say action yet? Oh, we thought you were acting. Oh, okay, let's continue. Like that's him. That's just him. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just him.
By the way, the lady low key reminds me of your mom, dog. From
Wish
the Oracle,
lady.
the
For
Oracle,
real?
the Oracle
Nah,
from
man. That lady don't
Matrix.
look like my mom at all. She don't remind me of my mom either. Maybe my grandmother. Maybe. Like maybe a super younger version of my grandmother. Possibly.
Right. Just saying. Just saying. I wish I had a picture of her, but
The
I mean,
Oracle.
I can look it
Wow.
up.
You could, but she don't look like my mom. I'll tell you that. I remember that at least.
Yeah, I know you know your mom better.
Yeah, but I mean, it does have a homely feel when I'm when I was watching the movie, I was like, this person seems nice. Maybe she reminds me a little bit of my grandmother when my grandmother was super young. Yeah, I don't know.
Right. I got you. But
Yeah.
hey, man, conspiracy theories are just that. I think it starts good and then it ends up in some kind of wild, crazy a place that it doesn't belong. But hey, we talked about it, man.
Hey, man, we did. We did. You know what? The devil himself. I just want to say the devil himself. Like I feel like this, that whole thing where there's a conspiracy where like the devil is just this evil person. I know the devil's evil, but I feel like people don't understand his evil.
Mm.
And this pops into my head every time I think of Keanu Reeves. And this is why I'm going to say it, because Keanu Reeves, another one of his characters he played was Constantine. Have you
Right.
seen the movie
I remember that
Constantine?
movie. Yes, yes,
So
yes. Al
I don't mean to
Pacino
ruin.
and yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So I don't mean to ruin the movie or anything like that, but this is what I'll say. The way they depicted the devil in that movie, that's the devil. He will come to you in many forms, right? And he will promise you good, but it might not be good, right? He does whatever he wants. That's the thing. That's what makes him evil. He does whatever he wants, whatever fulfills himself rather than the other
Mm.
person. So if he's offering
Mm.
you something good, it probably is good. But in the end, it's really good for him. It doesn't matter if it did you some good. That was never the point. The point was that it's going to do good for him. So
Mm.
let's say you have failing kidneys, and you're about to die, right? You're about to go to heaven because you're a religious person. You love God. You're going to heaven. Devil's like, oh hell no, I'm about to lose this bet. Let me heal your kidneys, son. Heals your kidneys. Now you ain't going to heaven no more. You gonna survive on earth. He saved you, technically. But what he's hoping for is that you're gonna mess up in the future, so you can be a part of his brigade because he wants you to come to hell. So he gives you a second chance to mess up. That's evil. That's evil. That's the devil. That's the conspiracy type of stuff I like. That's what I'm talking about. You feel me? So is the devil bad? Hell yeah, he's bad. He's not good. Can he do good things? On the surface level, yeah, he really can. You got to remember, he was an angel. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. That's all I had to say. That's all I had to say. I mean, a lot of people don't know that type of stuff. I just had to say it. Throw you off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Dope. Dope. All right. So actually, so going based off of that thought,
Mm-hmm.
um, it's crazy because now I'm thinking about what I'm going to school for and all that other stuff. Even though I've been in school and all that, I'm going into criminal justice. And
Mm-hmm.
you know the question that I'm asking now, literally, my heart of hearts, my what the hell? It's why, or when, maybe is a better question, is the counterfeit dollar. Everything about the counterfeit is counterfeit. You don't have to look it up. You don't have to research it. You just, well, it's not real. How do you know it's not real? Well, you compare it to a real. You compare it to a real dollar. You compare it to a $5 bill, $6. Whatever the government is printing, saying that this is real, counterfeit is just not that. Why is it that there's no just man? There's no this is what a just man looks like. There's well, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, don't. Okay, so what does a just man do? What what does the man who almost like that movie with Jamie Foxx, law-abiding citizen, what does he do? Because if we knew that in whatever degrees and all right, there's this kind of just man and there's that. If we knew that, would we literally be the criminal, or would we be aspiring to be that quote unquote just man? And I feel like literally in every court case, in every the argument isn't was this just, it's how criminal was it, how counterfeit was it, how much was it away from some arbitrary concept of whatever it was for that day. So for me, my argument, my reason for going against a criminal justice is like, create the just man, whatever it is. I don't care. We can argue about that. But what we should be arguing is that what is a just man in America versus, okay, I could call a criminal because it's easy. That's the easy part. Counterfeit is easy. Well, it's just not just. It's not the man who does what he ought to be doing. And call it philosophical, call it, but for me, it's so like pained me that yeah, that we're not trying to be just. It's just we're just not trying to be criminal. Not how do you let this guy off? So that's my kind of like that's where I'm headed in terms of schooling or whatever. And I'm like, maybe it's what do you call it? Utopian kind of question or whatever. But I'm like, this is the question that in my mind I'm not seeing. We've watched so many shows, The Heart of a Criminal, The Criminal Mind, and freaking Hannibal Lecter. Why does he do what he do? Okay, but what does a just man look like? And what is this? Is this actually just? Because I can go, and this is where I'll stop. I can name a million things Trump has done that would be considered criminal. You know, does he want to uphold the laws of the land, or does he want to change them? Does he want to go against them, or is he just in whatever American? Because I feel like there's this ghost just man, and there's not a standard. So why are we being held to some standard that is not? So that's my little segue maybe into another episode or into another thing. Just putting it
Well,
out there.
I get it. I understand what you're saying. It's just like how there's no such thing as darkness. It exists, but at the same time, it's not actually darkness, because darkness is just the absence of light, right? So, like, it's no darkness. It was never darkness. It was just there's no light.
Hmm.
So I don't know. Basically, there's no absolutes as well. So a just man, no such thing. Like even Jesus wasn't perfect, and that was kind of the point. So when it comes to the criminal system, it's already a paradox in itself. You are innocent until proven guilty, but you're already assumed guilty. That's why you're there in the first place. So,
Hmm.
hey, he's innocent. You didn't prove him guilty yet, but we're already assuming he's guilty. That's why he's here. So we can't say he's innocent because then he wouldn't have been here. So we're already assuming he's guilty. So that in itself is we already got off on the wrong foot. Hi, my name's Jack. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. This is it's just they don't work that way. But in regards to Trump, well, he was a criminal before he became a criminal. So like I don't know what to tell you. Like you can't. He was a criminal. We knew he was a criminal. Then we brought him into office. Then he did some criminal activity, and then we're like, well, what do you expect? He was a criminal before. Yeah, but he's gonna do what's best for America. But then he just did some more criminal stuff, and then instead of taking him out of office, we're just like, well, he's already there. Might as well let him stay. And then he bombs another country. I mean, that's kind of what we're doing here. That's kind of what's happening. Don't do that. Don't do that. Hit his hand. And then he just keeps doing it. And then we stop hitting his hand. We just start saying, just don't do that. And then we just keep allowing him to do things. And then he bombs a whole country. Bombs a whole country. And What are we doing now? Celebrating his birthday again? Like that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing here. Celebrating birthdays, bombing countries, making the debt that we're trying to get rid of. We're quadrupling the debt now because we already tripled it, so we quadrupled it. So actually, it's 3 times 4. We're 12 times, and it will quintupled it. I don't even know what's happening anymore. I don't understand why this man's still in office. Did we forget that he molested people already? Did we forget that? I'm pretty sure he raped someone. I think that was part of that too. I don't understand. Do we just keep, since something new happened, we just say, okay, let's put it on the back burner. He killed somebody. Okay, put it over here. He's doing this now. We got to figure out what this is. Oh, he's doing something else. Let's put it over here. He bombed Iran. Okay, we got to figure that out. What? He's talking about golf? Okay, we got to figure out what time he's going to tee off today. We got to figure that out. Like, it just makes no sense. He killed a person. Now we're talking about him teeing off. What? Why is he even playing golf? Why does he have a club in his hand? He should be shackled in jail. So the just man, there's just no such thing. And even when the man is just, we're already assuming he's going to be guilty, even though we know that it's innocent until proven guilty. So we're already in the paradox. It's not it. At this point, it's just whatever the president says goes type of thing. I mean, like I said, he's going to pardon Diddy, right? And we know for a fact this man was doing some crazy, obscene things with baby oil. So I don't know what's going on. I really don't know what to tell you about that just man thing. Just do it, Nike? I don't know, bro. It ain't no just man, bro. This just you got jump man. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I guess the next episode we can talk about justice. And what justice looks like, because we're not getting it. And I'm speaking about Americans. If I'm speaking about Black people, we're not getting it. There's no such thing as justice for a race. That's just crazy.
Right. Good.
Yeah.
Until the next time.
Until the next time.
Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you. Peace.